This is Alexis, a really good purple belt, as technical if not more than the average black belt. He's been training since he was a kid, and has spent time training with some of the best in the world at Unity Jiu-Jitsu in New York. To me, he's great proof of the fact that belts don't really matter that much. I had my hands full with him, and had to be on my game. This role was filmed 2 years ago, and since then he's received his brown belt, and has had tremendous success competing, including second place at the 2023 ADCC Canada Open. It starts off with nothing out of the usual. I lift him up and I'm looking for a balloon sweep armbar, but he counters by controlling my leg and stopping it from going over his face. This is what I was trying to do. Normally I can hit that no problem. I'm thinking, okay, maybe this guy's alright. And I enter into reverse De La Riva with one leg and spider guard with my other leg. He's basing out pretty wide and has control of my outside leg. So sweeping him may be difficult, and what'll be easier is getting underneath him. So I start to invert and work towards the kiss of the dragon, but he hides the space under his hips by sitting to the mat, taking away my ability to get underneath him. This is what I was trying to do. We end up in this 50-50 Berimbolo type position. I could keep working to take his back, but I risk my own back being taken right now. So I go for the safer route of just coming up on top for the sweep. But with the grips that he has that I'm coming up on top to, I'm not in the best position to avoid being swept from here. He brings my weight forward, and as I try to correct that by bringing my weight back, he uses my momentum going back to knock me down to my butt. I know as long as I don't let him come up, there's no sweep. So priority is keeping his feet off the mat and getting my feet on the mat. But it's going to be tough for me to do, as he has a grip on my pants and his feet on my hips. I need to break at least some of those grips before I can come up on top safely. He's trying to invert underneath me, and I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to do, but it feels pretty threatening. I let him come up just enough, and then sweep him with what's kind of a modified butterfly sweep. As I come up, I backstep right away to pass, but he does a great job of bringing his bottom knee between us, closing off his inside position and re-guarding. I lose my balance, and I'm pretty sure that it was sweat that I slipped on from my own forehead. I try for a leg drag, but it ends up being more of a Toriano pass. But the issue is he's now underneath me. He tries for basically a kiss of the dragon, but right away I position my shin as a frame onto him to stop him from getting both his legs between mine. Now he has me in that reverse De La Riva spider guard that I had on him earlier. I strip the grip he has with his foot off my bicep, as it's important to always keep your opponent's feet off you. I'm thinking about a long step pass, but then switch to an over-under pass. But I don't keep my weight back enough to do so safely, and he starts to bring me forward and almost sweep me, but I manage to keep my balance and stay on top. I still have him in that over-under pass position and only need to clear my right leg, but I don't control his hips well enough, and a scramble starts. I remember feeling a little bit frustrated with myself because I feel like I'm rolling very sloppy, which I cannot do against a guy this good, as he'll capitalize on any and every mistake. I win the scramble and pass his guard in the process. I need to be selective of what I attack, as I need to balance controlling him and making sure that the roll isn't boring. I try to mount him by first going to a low knee on belly, but he bridges as I do and catches my ankle in quarter guard. I should have prioritized positioning my left knee on the mat between his legs, as I could better control and pin him in don't mount. As now he starts to tie up my leg with his. Right away I overhook his underhook, and then enter into the arm and guillotine. But I need to get my legs in front of his knees to finish, and he's doing a good job of keeping his knees in the way, so I abandon it. Alexis has a really good guard. He knows what he's doing when it comes to grip fighting. I'm trying to break his grips, his connections, so I can move more freely, but he's constantly on the attack, transitioning to new grips. He feeds my lapel through my legs, and if I keep my leg here, I'm at threat of a De La Riva sweep. So I step out of it and try to do a big backstep to pass, but no luck. He still has that lapel grip between my legs, which is a very difficult grip to deal with. He now puts me in De La Riva X. And to counter, I tripod on my head, so I can use my left hand to clear his feet and enter into a knee slide. But I couldn't get my right knee positioned fully in front of his right knee, and I'm unable to capitalize on the position as a result. I hit a leg drag and try to use it to take the back, but I couldn't get my left foot on his calf to better control his leg. Now I get it, but I need my right knee pointed more towards his head, as here I'm also at risk of him taking my back. Rather than continuing to try to take his back, I again come up on top to be safe. As he transitions to turtle, he's a little bit too loose and I'm able to throw my hooks in. He's more concerned about the hooks than he is his neck, and I'm able to hit a modified bow and arrow choke, which some call the zipper choke. The key to a bow and arrow choke and variations of it is to position your elbow behind your opponent's back, which is why I lean back to properly position my elbow. And what's key for training and recovery is to properly fuel your body, which is why I'm a huge fan of transparent labs. With transparent labs, you know exactly what's going into your body. All products have fully transparent labels with detailed ingredient breakdowns. Ingredients are natural and grass-fed. No artificial sweeteners, colors, or fillers. Use the link in the description or use my discount code Jordan for 10% off your order at Transparent Labs. We start again and I lazily pull guard, meaning I didn't get any connections with my feet as I pulled. He almost hits a Toriano pass, but I'm able to get a connection with my foot before he can secure position, in the form of a lasso grip. He has a tight grip on my lapel, controlling me with his right hand. I break the grip by extending my left leg to my left and my upper body to my right, and hit the classic fundamental lasso sweep. I'd like to come up to side control, but as I come up, he gets a grip with his foot on my bicep to again take spider guard with one leg and reverse Del Hiva with his other leg. I should have tried to disengage to clear that spider guard, as he now off balances me and brings me to my butt. But I'm not getting swept without a fight. I get to my feet to avoid the sweep, and again, lazily pull guard. I need grips with my feet to stay safe, to secure a guard. I do so with my left foot, but my right foot is still out of play, and I need to get it on him to be able to use it. I get my right foot on his hip and now I'm good to go. I extend my leg to push him away and make space, and now break the grip that he has in my pants by kicking one leg away and pulling his sleeve the opposite direction. Without his grip on my pants, I can move my leg more freely and again enter into lasso guard, and again sweep him with the same sweep. I'm realizing that I need to change my approach and pass much lower with more pressure to better avoid the grip fight. I take control of his head to pin his back to the mat as I staple with my left leg. To pass, I bring my right leg in front, and that's pretty much the end of the roll. Thank you for sticking around until the end of the video. If you're still here, please leave a comment or a fist bump, and I'll see you guys next time.